Hello and welcome to the third video of our series Getting Started with R. In this video you will learn about R Studio interface and we will write our first R program also. Along with it, we will also deal ahead with some of the important R packages and why we are using it, how to install it and how to initialize it. All these things will be covering in this video. Let's get started. In the last video, we have already installed RStudio. If you have missed it, please follow the last video to install R and RStudio on your system. In this video, I am going to help you with the interface overview of RStudio along with some coding stuff. So once you will open RStudio, it will look something like this. So let me take you what are these panes. Initially, when you will open, it will be like this. You need to click on this icon so that we'll be having this 4 window in your RStudio interface. Please remember, this is the RStudio interface. Once you have installed R, usually you don't need to open it again unless you are updating it. So all your work will be later done on IDE itself, and we are using RStudio. The first window that you are seeing over here, the very first window, this window basically here, this window is for writing the code. Here we write the code. Here we write the code. So whatever code you want to write, you can make it over here. The second window, the bottom one that you are seeing, this one here, either you can write the code and you can write the code also and get the output also. So what happens? If you write the code here itself, you will get the output in this console itself. If you are writing the code on the first untilted that you are seeing over here, right? That's a file name basically which is used to write the R scripts. If you are writing the code here also, you will be getting the output in the console window itself. So usually what we do, we write the code in the R script section at the top left corner and get the output in the console section, because this way you will be easily able to differentiate where you have written the code and where your outputs are, and later you can save this R script window also. This will be saved with .r extension. We'll be seeing it little later today. So that's for the two window that we have seen just now. Let's move to the top right corner. This window here, we have multiple sections. We have environment, we have history, and we have connection. In environment also, we have basically two kinds of environment. One is global, another is local environment, right? Global environment means if you are defining any variable, it will be available for entire sessions, right? As we have not defined anything, that's why this environment is empty. This kind of message you are seeing. You can also import the dataset using this import dataset icon. If you will click over here, we have multiple options like from text, from Excel, SPSS, SAS, Strata, and others. You can directly import from there. If you want to open a file, you can click this icon. If you want to save this environment, you can click on this save icon. Or if you want to clear this history, you can click on this icon. This will clean the objects from the workspace. The next tab over here is showing you the history. History means whatever you have worked earlier, everything would be shown. Like for example, in my system, I have worked on all these codes, and that's why this particular history section is showing me all these codes over here. Then the last tab over here is called as connections. This is basically used if you want R to connect to some other tools and software. For example, if you want to connect R through Microsoft SQL Server or Spark, you can easily create a new connection and you will get a window which is asking us for two kind of connection. One is ODBC, another is Spark. If you click on ODBC, you will be getting multiple options over here. Can you see this? It asks me to install the ODBC package. For now, we won't be installing it, but later on, once we'll move ahead with R, we'll be installing this to connect our R to our databases. And another one is Spark. Spark, if you know, it's well and good. If not, then we'll be giving you some overview. So for these connections, we need to install some packages, which we'll be talking little later in this session itself. Now coming to the last bottom right section, it has another multiple tabs. Like first tab is files. You can browse through the files on your system. Then we have plots. Whatever visualization, whatever report you will create over here, those reports will be coming across this region. Then we have packages. We'll be seeing little later. Help section, you can look for anything, right? If I am looking for, let's say, deployer, right? So or let's say data frame. So just put on data and you will get this data frame, right? And now what is data frame, what is how to use this, everything you will be getting across this region. Then we have one viewer option, right, where you can view any stuff over there, but most likely you will be using this plots, packages, and help section. Now as you can see over here, this R Studio font size and the text formats and all are very basic. If you want to change this, you can easily go to view, and can you see this option, zoom in and zoom out? You can easily click on zoom in. This might take a while to give you some bigger spaces or bigger font sizes over here, right? So compared to the last one, this is a little bigger. Now let's understand what is a package in R. Just for example, let's think of, like, you have to add two numbers. So what we do, we, let's say you have two number called as 2 and 3, and if you have to add these two number, we simply write 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5, right? How does this happen? If you are somehow familiar with programming, you know there is something called as variable, right? Variable is something, a dynamic value where we can store any value, right? It's basically the representation. So let's say we have a variable a where we have the value 2, and another variable we have b where we have value 3. Now if we want to add a and b, what it will be, we have a function, called as sum. If you will do sum a comma b, so what it will do, it will take the value of a, which is 2, it will do the summation and take the value of b, which is 3, and it gives you the output as 5. Cool. This way it works. In our later session, we'll also work on the functions in R, how to write your own functions like user defined functions, directly available functions, and multiple other stuffs. But for now, just understand this. So what happened here? Here we had a function called as sum, which basically does summation. Similarly, we have multiple other functions available in R, like we have mean, we have max, we have standard deviation, and multiple other such functions we have available which directly perform certain operations. In R, these functions have combined into a package. For example, let's say you created a function and now you think that this function can be used worldwide. This function can be used globally. It is so useful function. So what you can do, you can basically club all these and create a package in R which can be used anywhere. So now let's say you got a requirement where you have to use this function called as summation. Summation function can be a part of certain packages. So what you have to do, first you need to install that package. And then you can use these functions available in that package. So this way we work. For every functions, for every methods in R, we have a package available. And first you need to install that package, initialize that package, and then you can use any of the functions methods available inside that particular package. R is considered to be very rich programming language due to its number of packages, functions, methods available. Now we are going to see how to install a package, in how many ways we can install a package, how to initialize the library, and then we will use some of the functions to write our first R program. There are basically two ways to install a package. The first way, in fact, three ways there are to install a package. The very first way and the professional way is by writing the code. Let's take an example and install a package called as read R. So for that, we will write install. The command is install, and can you see this suggestion? Install.package, right? Inside that, in single quote or double quote, we can write the package name, which is read R. Now to execute this, either you can directly take your cursor anywhere in this line and select Control plus Enter. Can you see the console window? It has started installing it, and this red icon that you are seeing, this means that currently execution is in progress. This might take a while depending upon the size of the package, and you can track the progress in the console window. So there are chances that if you are installing a package, that package might be dependent on some other packages also. So if the dependency is there, first the dependent packages will be installed, and then the package which you are trying to install will be installed. For example, for this reader package, we need to install the dependent packages like CLI, glue, digest, and multiple others. So these packages are currently being installed. Once this installation will be completed, your main package which you are trying to install, called as reader, will be installed. Now this reader package is very important in R, which help you with the tabular data like CSV files, TSV files, tables, log files, and others. In this package read R, we have multiple functions like read underscore CSV, which help you to read a CSV file, read underscore TSV, which help you to read a TSV file. It has multiple fixed width file like read underscore FWF, read underscore tables, and if you are looking to read a log file, a web log file, we have a function called as read underscore log also, which help you to read log files. So this is one of the most important packages in R, and we will be using this throughout our journey with the R. Similar to read R, we have multiple other packages also available. For example, if you want to read an Excel file, we have a package called as read Excel, which you need to install it again. So similar to this, we have tidyr, we have dplyr, and multiple other packages are there in R, which we will be installing and using while we continue our journey with R. Now, as you can see, the package readr has been installed successfully on our system. This message, you can see the downloaded binary package are in this particular folder. Now the package has been installed, but it's not initialized. So whenever you have to use it, you need to initialize the package. To initialize the package, we write the command called as library. Inside that, provide the package name readr, and again, either you can put control enter, or you can select this, or you can simply put it the cursor anywhere in this line and click on this run icon to run also. Both works for the same purpose. So whenever you initialize the library, it's getting loaded into your current session, and all the functions inside this library, inside this package, you can use it. So remember, we install the package only once on your system, but you have to initialize the package every time whenever you start a new session. For example, let's say you have closed RStudio now, and later on again you are starting and you want to use a any functions from this reader package. You need to first initialize that package reader using this library command, and then only you can use it. So the precaution is, if you are getting any error like this function is not defined, this method is not defined, make sure your library is initialized. Also, there may be some time when you will install some particular package, you might get error. So check that error why it's coming. That might be due to the version of R you are using. Because if you are using the old version of R or RStudio, there may be chance that some package might not be supported, which is built for the newer version of R. So make sure to update your R, and then only you can install those packages. If you want to check for update, you can directly click on go to tool and select check for package updates of version controls and all, right? If you want to update the RStudio, you can go to help section and check for the updates, right? There may be a chance that some new functions have been added to a particular packages. For that, you need to update the package. For that, go to tool and check for package updates. From here, you can check the updates. If the updates are available, you can install it. This way, we work with it. Now, this was the first method to install a package. There are multiple other methods as well. Like, you can go ahead with the bottom right corner, and can you see this tab here? Also, from here also you can update it. For example, let's say if you are looking to install a package called as something like, let's say, tibble, right? So select on table and click on install. Here you need to provide the package name. So TIBBLE is the package name. It will show you the suggestions also. If you want to install multiple packages at a time, you can provide a space or comma and then simply click on install. But before that, can you see this install dependency? Yes, we need to select this because there may be chances that tibble might be dependent on some other packages, and if those packages are not installed on your system, tibble won't be installed. And that's why always select this install dependencies. By default it will be selected and click on install. Again, the right, it asks me like, do you want to restart or trying to installing? I don't want to, so simply click on no, and again it will get started, like installation will get started, and you will get this red icon. Okay, it says me like, warning, in install packages, package tibble is in use and will not be installed. Why? Because this was already a part of the reader package that we have installed, and we are already using it, and so it won't be installed. For you, this error might not be there. So this way we can also install the packages. You can also install the package by going through tools and select install packages. It also works for the same thing, like this option and going through this option, both are one and the same only. So these are some of the ways using which you can install the package. Now, by default, a R script window will be already open. If you want to open another new R script window, either you can click on this. Can you see this icon plus? Either you can click on this. If you will click, it will ask you what kind of file you are looking for. I am looking for R script, so you can simply click over here, or you can also select Control plus Shift plus N, and it will open a new window. Like I am selecting Control plus Shift plus N, and it has opened me another R script window. Even you can go through file and select new file, and from there you can select RScript also. All using all these options, you can create a new file. Now if you want to save it directly, either you can click on this save icon, or you can use Control S. Once you will be saving it with any name, it will be saved with, let's say, first program. It will be saved with .r extension on your default workbench. What is default workbench? The default workbench is the location where by default all your programs will be saved. If you want to know that location, we have a command called as getwd. So getwd basically gives you the location which is your default workbench, which is in my case C, as C/user/asutosh/documents. So this is my default workbench where all my files will be by default saved. We can also change this, which we will be seeing little later. We have simple command set wd, using which you can set some other folder as the default folder, which we will be seeing little later. Now, let's start and see our first R program. But before that, let's see how to make comments in R. So to make the comment over here, we can use hash option. So let's say we want to print hello world, right? So this is your comment. This won't be executed. Even if you will execute this, nothing will be coming over here because this is a comment line. Now, if you want to print something, we have the function called as print, right? So print, and here you can put any comment either in single quote or double quote. I am putting hello world, and simply press Control Enter, and it will be printed over here. So can you see this? Hello world. But can you see this? We are also getting double quote across it. If you don't want that double quote, like we are writing remove double quote. So for that, what you have to do, again write print hello world, and then we have an argument called as quote. Can you see this quote? Now make it false. Please note, R is a case-sensitive language. False in capital and false in a small both have different meanings. So if you want to use keywords, you will have to use capital false, and then only it will detect for the boolean true and false. Else it will consider that as a string, and it might give you the error. For example, let's test it. I am putting false in a small, and now if I am executing it, it's giving me an error, like error in this one, object false not found, because it didn't identify it. Now if you are making it false as a capital one, which is a keyword, now if you will execute it, you will find it has successfully executed, and now that double quote has also been removed. So this way we can manipulate our output also. If you want to add more than one word or more than one string over here, we have the command called as paste. So you can make use of it, like print. We have a function called as paste, and inside that paste we can use n number of strings. For example, I am looking for hello, then again you can make comma, how, then again you can make comma, r, again you can make comma u. So what we are trying to do over here, let's first execute this and then we will see. Okay, so can you see this? Hello, how are you? What happened here? We provided the individual string hello, how are you, and now this paste function has combined all these string and given me a consolidated output called as hello, how are you. So this way we can manipulate it. Now if you want to save it, simply click on save, and your entire file will be saved over there. There may be a chance when you want to clean this workspace, clean this console. So for that, you all have to do is simply press Ctrl and L. This console will be cleared for you. This way we work with R Studio and R. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, we will be seeing it with some of the operators in R, and then how to use those operators in R programs. Hope you will continue this journey of R along with me. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.